Good morning, everybody. Today is July the 10th, 2012, and it's actually cloudy today, and it looks like it might rain. We had a real bad storm last night. The first rain actually that we've had here in quite some time, and everything was getting brown and crunchy because we hadn't had any rain in a long time here in Greensboro. I know some places had rain around us and it was spotty, but we hadn't had any. Well, we made up for it. And I was so glad to be home. We went to the X Factor auditions while I'm on vacation. We went Sunday, and we went again yesterday. And we had talked about staying. See, they have them twice a day, and we had talked about staying for the evening auditions. But really, I said, well, I'd rather go home. So we came home and hadn't been here about 30 minutes till the storm set in. So I'm really glad we got home when we did, because if we had stayed, they had some excitement there at the auditions last night because lightning hit the X Factor truck at the Coliseum. It knocked out the power at the Coliseum. Of course, they have backup generators. They got the generators running, but the microphones went out. So they couldn't have any auditions, so they had to delay the auditions, and they said Brittany and Demi were in their dressing rooms because they were afraid of the thunder. So I'm just real glad I wasn't there amongst all that chaos last night. But we had a real good time at the auditions. Sunday when we went, it was so hot both Saturday and Sunday, but both Sunday and Monday, but Sunday was the worst because my leg was bothering me. For those of you who know me now, I hurt my leg 25 years ago. It acts up every now and then, and I had to walk on my cane on Sunday, and it really bothered me a lot. But yesterday was better, and I did not have to take my cane. That's weird how that works. It just bothers me when I go up the grade to, not the steps, but we have to go uphill on the platform. That bothered me a little bit. I had to hang on to the rail, and steps is the worst. But we had so much fun, and I'm looking forward to watching it. I think it starts on September the 12th, I believe. I know it's right around in there somewhere. But they had some really good people to audition, but just the event itself was not that well organized as far as the planners at the Coliseum go, because they ask you to print out your ticket from the computer. We've had it for about a month or so. We printed them out, and when we get there, we was told, well, you have to turn in your internet voucher and get regular tickets. So we get in this line, and we're standing in this long line, and they said, this is the line for people who are waiting on tickets. If you have an internet voucher, you have to go over there and stand in that line to get your ticket. So go all the way over there and stand in that line. Well, they don't even ask for your internet voucher. They just don't ask for it. So I don't see what the difference made of which line you was in. So then going in, they did you up and down with the wand. They had to look in your bag if you had a purse. You go in, but nobody even takes your ticket. And the ticket has a seat number, but nobody even takes your ticket. So nobody's taking tickets. So why did they even give them for? Well, you say, well, it's got your seat number on it, and that's why you need it for. Well, you go to that seat, and Sunday when we went, there was already somebody in our seats, and we had to tell them these are our seats. And they said, well, they was told that seats were not being assigned, and it really didn't matter where you sat. But they got up and gave us our seats anyway. Michael went on Saturday, and I thought, well, is he lost? Is he? Because we stayed to watch Brittany and Simon and them come in to take pictures. Well, they said they was going to let us go down the steps and greet them when they came in. You get close enough to get an autograph. But they said, absolutely no pictures. Put your cell phones away. Put your cameras away. There'd be a quick way to get thrown out of there. Absolutely no pictures, no cell phones. So me and Joey went on in and got our seat. And Michael decided to stay because he wanted to see Brittany. Well, then he comes back with a video of Brittany. And he said they encouraged him to take pictures and videos. So after the one guy said absolutely not. So yesterday when we went, we were in a seat, our assigned seats, and then they came and they said, "Well, we're going to close off this section right here." We'd spent about half the show there. They were pretty good seats, and we had already spent half the show. So then they come down. They said, "We're going to close off this whole section, and we need everybody in this section to move up here." Well, it was the balcony up above us, so we had to go out, go through the lobby, up some steps, through another lobby, come back down the steps and into that section. We sat there. We said, "Okay." And about 2 acts from the end, they came and told everybody for the camera angle, the camera's going to be angling over this way. We need this whole section to move up here, which was the next step up. I mean, the next level up. So we had to get up, climb on up. And I told Joy, I'm not climbing any further. So they only had 2 acts to go. So, and you really couldn't hear up that high. So we just got up and left. We decided not to stay for the second show. Then on the vouchers it says, on the tickets, you have to be 12 years old to get in. Then they was talking to this one boy before the acts come out, and they let people in the audience sing. They talked to this one little boy. They said, "How old are you?" He said 9. So I guess age was out the window. They had a dress code, but a lot of people didn't follow it. I saw people that were not in dress code. It said dress like you were going out to a club or to dinner. You had to dress nice. And I saw one guy in raggedy tennis shoes, a t-shirt, and old ripped up jeans just walking on through there, and nobody said nothing. I said, "Well, what the hell?" They laid out all these rules, but yet nobody followed them. Oh, and when Michael came back, because the three of us had seats together, me, him, and Joe. When Michael came back after he took the video of Brittany, they wouldn't even let him down there where me and Joe were. They said, "Well, there's no more seats down there. You're going to have to sit in that section." And Michael told them that his seat was down there, and they said, "Well, it's filled. You have to sit over there in that section." And so until they took the first break, Michael had to sit in a whole other section with strangers, even though his empty seat sat right here beside us. It was unorganized. I'm sure they had a reason for doing everything they did, but not everything. Because why would one person say you can take pictures and the other person say you cannot take pictures? So that was kind of unorganized. But all in all, now it was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was fun. We had a good time, and they had some good acts in there. They had this one girl, God, she was a chatterbox, and I know I'm going to be talking about chatterbox right now, but anyway, she was a chatterbox. She came out, she was 19 years old, and they asked her what she did. She was going to law school. She wanted to be a lawyer. They said, "Do you have any brothers and sisters?" Well, we found out that she's got a brother at home, and he's autistic, or this might have been somebody else. But anyway, this girl was chattering. She was chatter. And they finally had to cut her off to get her to sing. So she sang, and she had a lot of bad notes, more like karaoke. And so she did not get to go through. But Simon Cowell told her that if she practiced law the same way she sang that song, that she would lose all her cases. So, which was mean, but true. And Simon and Brittany and Demi and L.A., I think that's his name, they all look like they do, just like if you see them on TV or whatever, they look exactly the same. So, but I had fun. I had a really, really good time. And somebody had asked me in my last YouTube video if I saw any groups. Yeah, there were some groups there. I don't remember who they were. I don't know who they were. I didn't take notes on them. Joe took notes. Joe knows who everybody was because Joe does all the reviews, but I don't do the reviews. I was just there to have fun. But there was only really one group. It was these, I think they were brothers that came out there that couldn't sing worth a damn, and they were just real stupid like, and if they were on a gong show, they'd been gonged in the first 2 seconds. But I think they brought them out. They kind of played with them a little bit, kept them out there. I didn't find them that entertaining, but they were dorky. But most everybody was pretty good. And my vote so far from the talent that I saw was a guy named Will Jones, and they call him Willie. And he's a 17-year-old black guy. And he come out there. Brittany, I think, told him that he had the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air not look, but something. I don't remember what she said. But she compared him to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he was dressed pretty much like Will Smith on the Fresh Prince. And you would think that he was going to sing like a rock and roll song or whatever, but he sang a country song in a deep, deep voice, and he did a damn good job. So Willie Jones has my vote. I know you'll be seeing him in the auditions in September. But most everybody was pretty good. They had people come all the way from California, from Florida, but most of them were from here in North Carolina. And no sooner did we get home yesterday that storm hit. Good God Almighty, I was so glad to be home. But anyway, that's all about my trip to the auditions. And oh, I posted a video that I took on Sunday at the when the judges first came out. And when they came out and they're standing down here on the little stand, and I didn't notice it until one of my YouTube people pointed it out to me. But right before they get ready to sit down, the stage hands come up on the stage, and Britney Spears takes her gum out of her mouth and hands it to that guy. And he pointed that out to me in the video, and I went back and I watched it on the bigger screen, and she sure did. She took her gum right out of her mouth. Just so disgusting. Anyway, I guess that's all I got to talk about for now. And until next time, bye-bye.